Barbara, what do you want to say about your daughter being in solitary?
Well, that is a real terrible thing to be in solitary for all those hours. Those are a lot of hours to be locked away like that, like a dirty secret, like somebody's trash, just throw it out. And I don't feel that they should be locked up like that. Because when my daughter get from mine locked up and she's able to call when I can't afford to get the phone on, and she calls here, she be hysterical. Oh, Mom, I love you. I'm so, really just lost just being in this place like this and being locked up for 24, 23 hours. She said, Mama, I wouldn't know what to do if I couldn't see you all or I couldn't talk to you all. So for her being in there like that, that's just too much on her mentally. She said, I can't read a book. She said, I can't sleep. She said, because I'm constantly in this one room. It's just like, it's just like torture, just being in one room for so many hours. Even when they let her out for that hour, that's not enough time, because she says she's get like what they call claustrophobia when she goes back in that room, because it's like she's running out of things to say, things to do. It's nothing to do. It's nothing to say. All you're doing is just laying there or just sitting up with nothing to do. You just locked away like that, like some dirty animal or some dirty secret or anything, It's nothing for her to do. And by me being her parent, and I know she's in there, that affects me out in the free world. Just know that my daughter is being treated that way, just being locked out, just locked up. She can't talk to nobody, and then majority of the time she might be into it with a roommate. They're not getting along. Those people don't care. They should not do it. I wouldn't wish that on my worstest enemy, for someone to be locked away like an animal, just locked in a cage. That's wrong. I don't agree on that at all. And I wish that we all could come together and change the system of things, the way they treat us, coming, even treating us when we go visit. We're being treated like we're a criminal, like we're inmate too. Yeah, just the way that they treat you and that. I'm quite sure my daughter's being treated real badly, because she have told me. I have even called the warden, and I have spoke to her about why do they be locked up for all those hours, those too many hours for anyone. I mean, just imagine just being out on the street and you're locked in your room for 23 hours. What can you do? What can you say? I mean, which way, what I'm saying? It's too much time for someone to be confined like that. It's like you just locked up. I'm just feeling locked in, So I think they should change that. I don't like that she's been locked up so many hours. I don't know what to do. I wish someone can help us on that also, because it's very important for her to feel free. Because, she's already locked up, and then to be confined into locked up, and then still locked up into a one room with 4x2 square room with a one stool and a bed and God knows what type of roommate or anything. That I know she, my daughter's been locked up now for 15 years, and she has been into the mental ward in there for being confined all those years, because she had never been locked up in her life. She got locked up when she was 18 years old. She was 6 months pregnant with my grandson. I had him since he was 5 days old, and I had my granddaughter since she was 13 months. And it had took a lot out of me to raise her kids and to worry about her. On top of that, that's a lot on a caretaker. That's a lot on a parent. That's a lot on a loving grandmother. That's a lot. And then just to know that she's not being treated right up in there. And she still has like 13 or 14 more years to go. Can someone actually stay confined in a jail hole and then locked up in a room for 23 hours? That is ridiculous. I wouldn't wish that on my worstest enemy. So I pray to God that something do happen with that law, whereas they can at least get out of the room. They're already locked up. At least let them out for at least 6 hours, 7 hours, at least, half of the day. But not to be locked in all those. That's just way too much. I can't understand that. What you want to say, Greg?
I'm finna say, I've been in confinement before, so I know exactly how I feel in that. Like, what I got out of it, like the way they got the system designed is they try to make it like they try to help you rehabilitate you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the way they got it is not really made to rehabilitate you. They just got you in there, and if they lock somebody in a room, that ain't helping nobody, because you got me confined in a room just because I said something, you know what I'm saying? Said something out of permission, or I broke line of formation or something like that, or it says something petty, and then you sending me to a whole room and then taking books, anything where I can't read or do nothing. I can't even socialize with nobody. Then I ain't got no girls in there, so that's just like all messed up. So you taking away from me producing
Your
kids.
life, everything.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole major thing right there. And then people running out, they running out people, a lot of people gay because they got people, dudes in there with dudes. They should have like, how they had a country group visit, they should just have it automatically like that. Somebody visit, they should have a room, let somebody, you know what I'm saying, do them. Just be sitting in there locked up like that.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that ain't nothing nice.
Yeah,
so
that's
I said
nice.
for 6 months straight for fighting somebody, you know what I'm saying? Now fighting, you know, that's considered as a serious thing. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a way you penalize somebody. But for fighting, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't that serious or like it was just a little scuffle, I see if it was, you know what I'm saying, whereas I caused a physical harm, it was blood everywhere, or something real serious, and then, you know what I'm saying, then to put somebody away from, you know what I'm saying, then that'll be a different thing. But like, it should be a time limit. It shouldn't be over and over. You get 6 months to say it. That's a whole half a year. You in the room for a whole half a year like that. And then when you come out, it's like a whole different person. Because when you come out, they can hand you a piece of cheese that's like this small, and you gonna be happy to get that because
you haven't had.
They didn't tuck all that away from you like that, and your freedom already gone. So they take anything else, you pretty much just in there.
Yeah, and another thing I want to say, even with the phone, like the phone, you know, she can call. Some days I really can't put money on the phone. It has been real tight for me, so sometimes I really can't put money on the phone. But when she do get a chance to call, and she's on the phone, and it's time for her to be locked back up, they're, get off the phone. Okay, you're going to segregation. So she has been into segregation just for being on the phone, and she's constantly trying to tell me, "Mom, I love you," and they're snatching the phone. They're actually locking up, giving her a week, giving her a couple of days up in seg because she didn't hang the phone up. They treat you like animals. They treat you like, you know, like you somebody's lost child, like you mean nothing, that they don't care about you. You have no rights in there.
And then the worst part about it, the majority of the inmates in there is a bad thing because the inmates, they work with the officers, so they can get
have
an
their
extra
picks and
little
chooses,
donut or something. So they really kissing the officers, you know what I'm saying, following, doing whatever they say do. They'll tell on anybody, they'll tell,
excuse me,
and have you in any type of situation just to, you know what I'm saying, for any little thing. They can give you a sneaker just because they, you know what I'm saying, if they don't sell sneakers in there, that's like a $1 million thing to have, you know what I'm saying? So you got a sneaker, you know what I'm saying, the officer give you a sneaker, something that's from outside, that's not, that they don't sell in the jail, that you haven't had in years. They going and doing anything. They'll go, he over there and did this in this room, or they were smoking over here or something, you know what I'm saying? So it's all messed up. It's all messed up the way they got it.
And like my daughter, she's in segregation now, and she was just recently telling me is that the only thing she has to look forward to make her halfway, not even happy, but to make her halfway say, you know what, I got something to look forward to, is going to
Luther.
No, going to the store, whatever they call it. Commissary. So she said if she gets into it with somebody, or she's been arguing, whatever, then they won't even let her even go to buy her things that she need, her private thing, her food. They takes all of that away from you. They just takes your right away from you. They treat you, like I said, they treat you like animals that's locked up in a cage. And I feel for someone to be treated like that, I mean, you know, I would, like I said, I would wish that on my worst enemy, and I feel that somebody's being treated like that. They're being treated like a lost sheep, like they're nothing, like they're nobody. And see, a lot of times people that goes in there, they not mentally stable, and they're not trying to really, you know, with those people. They're not sending them to counseling, therapy, going to see a psychiatrist. They're not doing none of that. When my daughter got locked up, it was her first time ever being locked up. She's been locked up for 15 years now. She has pulled her hair out of her head. She has had to be confined to the bed because she didn't know what to do. She was lost up in there. She was going crazy. Just being locked up like that. There's so many hours for anybody to be locked up. Now, if it was me on the other hand, I think I would have, I hate to say this, but I think I would have killed myself because I can't even stand to be in the house too long, like far as just being in the house hours and hours. I got to get out and catch me some air. That's just, You know what I'm saying? That's just normal for anybody. You got to get out and catch some air. Let me breathe. You know what I'm saying? Some people that get locked up, they have claustrophobia. So if you got that and you're locked up, them people don't care about you, and now they don't care if you have an asthma attack or you fall out and die. They don't. You have to really be sick, because the majority of the time they think that you're pretending just to get out the cell, and you could be sick for real. Because I've been to the joint 3 times, and I've been to the White. And I remember having an asthma attack. And it took me to fall out. Actually fall out. They thought I was kidding around until my roommate was shaking the bar, sitting on the bar. So they said, Miss McGee is out of breath. She cannot breathe. Then they finally came in, took me to the county hospital, took me from the prison, took me to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I was really sick. I had to be intubated. I had to actually be intubated, you know. So those people will let you sit and die. Like their Uncle Gino, he was locked up, and he had I forgot what he had. Anyway, he fell in the cell and died. The people did not come get him until the next day. They thought he was bull jabbing, and thinking that he was just laying on the floor. So they said, from what I heard, they said that his roommate kept on telling them that Gino is dying. I think he did. Oh no, he's just bull jabbing, and they kept walking off until the next day. It took them a whole day. That's why they sued those people a whole day before they checked on my uncle and got him off that floor. He was dead, you know. So it's just terrible being locked up, and all those hours is way too much for anyone. I wouldn't really wish that on my worst enemy. And me being a parent at home, just knowing my daughter's being confined like that, locked in a cage like that, it makes me feel really bad. It makes me feel
strip.
It stresses me out just being here
in front of everybody, so it ain't no covering yourself up. They got it real messed up in there.
So yeah, that's all. I thank you all for getting this money together for me and my family. That means the world to me. God bless you all for being such general.
And now they're trying to change the law about sex. And these are the people trying to change the law about sex.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
These are the people trying to change the law about seg that you're talking to right now.
Yes. Oh, yes. Please change the laws. Because my daughter have pulled out her hair just being locked up in a place like that, and then being confined to one room for 23 hours. So may the Lord touch you all hard. Have some love in your heart, some kind of help. Any way you can help us out, please help those people that's locked up and just being confined for all those hours. Just put yourself in their shoes and see, could you do it? I know I can. So if you all can do that and change the law, please, God will bless you abundantly. He has blessed me just having me to sit here to be able to raise my grandchildren. Like I said, I had them all their life, but I'm still worried about my child that's locked in there and just locked in an extra 23 hours a day with nowhere to turn, no one to even talk to. Because even if you got a roommate, still they're not going to be talking like that. She needs some support. She needs to be out of that room to mingle around to deal with the other inmates, just to socialize, you know. Because that's enough to run anybody crazy, and I know it would definitely run me crazy. I could not but stand to be locked up like that. So I appreciate you all, and please, if it's any way that's possible that I can help in any kind of way, or any program to go to support this, I'm willing to go the extra mile for my daughter and for the program and for the people that's willing to help us. Thank you, and God bless, and thank God for America and people like you all. Thank you.